Hey, what's up? Just figured I'd hop on live. Oh, nice, man. That's me all night, man. I work second shift, so I'm 2:30 to 10:30, and so like all the lives, like the main lives, are like usually later in the day. So I'm just working and lurking, man. I definitely get it. Um, just hopped on live because I just got done yesterday morning rebuilding my fish room pretty much. It was like a 24-hour rebuild that I just did. Like I picked up an industrial shelf, kind of got the random idea that I wanted to build a new shelving. Hey, Sketty, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm just telling Red about basically the reason why I hopped on today was I rebuilt my fish room in pretty much 24 hours, which I mean it's not a full fish room, you know. I basically I have a few tanks in my living room, and then I have the rack that you see here, but it was smaller and more compact before, and I got sick and tired of having tanks on the floor. I also started seeing like ants around my house or my apartment, which has been an issue since when we first moved in. Um, Even before I had fish tanks and fish food around, you know. But so I had to get everything off the floor, and I just want to be able to clean, you know, like under, because the rack basically was so close I couldn't get under the tanks at all, and it was just driving my brain crazy basically. Yeah, you know what, Sketty, I definitely found some crispy critters under the tanks when I moved all of them. It was so I feel like it was a good move getting everything, you know, off the ground. It's already made a big difference. It's really nice. It's something else because like when I stand up, I can reach all the way to the back without really bending over for the top row. And the bottom row, I can do that while I'm sitting down. So I can kind of just sit in front of them, just kind of nitpick at the tanks, and I still have some more tanks I got to move over. I have like three 5 gallons that are under. So I have like two 20 long tanks that are on the Imaginarium stands. Oh, yeah, it's going pretty well. So I started what was it? Sunday night. I had Monday off because this was my it was my birthday weekend last weekend. So I took Monday off, like this Monday. Started Sunday night. I finished basically Tuesday morning is when I pretty much finished. I worked pretty much all Monday building the stands, taking down all the tanks, moving all the tanks over into my living room, and then I had to build the stand in place here. So I put the shelving unit together Sunday night. So it was pretty much set up, and then I had to go Monday morning. I picked up the plywood to build the shelves, and then painted them. And while I was painting them, I was breaking down tanks. So I'd like put a coat of paint on. I had it on top of on top of the shelf, right next to my fan, my ceiling fan. So I was just blowing, trying to dry them as fast as possible. Oh, thank you very much, Sketty. Thank you very much. Um, and so I was trying to force dry them with the fan and everything, and it ended up working out pretty well. I'm sure these things are pretty much like dried to the wood because you know if you paint something and if you put tanks on it, it basically like it glues it. So it's they're pretty much they're probably you know part of that wood now, but it went smooth though. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The only thing I got to do is I have to get longer lights because I only have I think these are 3 foot lights and I got to get like 4 foot lights. So I'm gonna need two 4 foot plant lights for each shelf, maybe even a bigger one. I don't know. But I need at least two so I can get every tank I want fully covered with that good light because believe it or not, I was actually able to fund the entire build out of my fish room. The last swap I did, I did pretty well at, and then I've had a couple of reoccurring customers that reach out to me for different stuff I just breed around here, and through that I was able to fund the project, so I didn't have to come out a paycheck for it, which is was oh thank you Red, thank you very much, um, which was it was a big deal, and it it was kind of mind blowing too, because I was like, wow, I feel guilty. Like I still have the same guilt about like spending the money on everything, but I shouldn't be hard on myself because what I did was I made what I do more efficient. I made because I just need to grow plants and I need to be able to work on the tanks without hating it, because the tanks, like I don't know if you guys could see, like I had tanks like all the way in this corner, and this thing was still here. So I had tanks I had to work on down there, and it was a pain. Like I end up sitting them cross-legged, trying to reach in there, and I don't know. Maybe it was good for stretching, but I wasn't digging that. So I like the way it's set up now. Oof. So the people that I sell to, I sold the guy that reached out. He bought some of my green shrimp and then pearl weed, I think it was, and then some crips. He reaches out for like plants and everything. He breeds some stuff like shell dwellers, and so what I did was and grows moss. Like there's not a lot of people that can grow like large quantities of moss, and apparently this guy's got a lot of it. I haven't seen the pictures of it, but I gave him like a $15 credit on the total of the deal, and he brought me like a bunch of moss, and I was pretty stoked about it because moss to me is like gold. I mean, like I if I can get like a starter culture of moss that's grown in my area, I will pay a decent amount of money for that, because it's hard to get. Like I mean, and when you buy moss from like Petco or exactly, Red, that exactly, I'm investing, exactly. It doesn't feel as guilty spending the money when it's going into the business, and that's what I've done is I've rolled all my sales and my trades and everything like that trade. The reason why I did that trade for the moss is because I know that that's something I can grow, and if it's already acclimated to my local water, um, it'll start taking off faster, and I won't have to worry as much about like the melt, because like I was saying with Petco and PetSmart, or honestly any of the fish stores, if you buy moss from there, like the Java moss, every time I bought it, it just melts away. It just disappears. So since I got locally grown moss, I've actually noticed it's already growing. It's already starting to reach towards the light and everything, which is a good sign. Um, so yeah, I think it was a worthwhile trade. So between that sale and then like the swap, I've been selling at this fins and feathers swap. You guys are probably gonna get sick and tired of me talking about it, but I'm a super big fan of the dude that's running it, and I just want to get those words out there as much as possible. Fins and feathers, fins and feathers, fins and feathers. Um, all the local swaps in my area are going to be slowing down, and he's planning on doing it throughout, from what I understand. So I should be able to keep going to that swap, having a consistent way of making some money. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Sid loves art. Um, you're a fish keeper too? Very nice. Yeah, I'm a fish keeper, fish breeder, aquatic plant enthusiast. Um, I like to think of myself as an aquatic farmer. It's kind of fun. I have an apartment, so I don't have like a plot of land or anything. So I kind of imagine myself as a down home farmer, you know? Woo! But these are my plots of land that I get to grow my livestock on. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm a dork. That's just part of me. But anyways, I can't remember what I was talking about before that. Um, oh well. Anyways, I guess like updates in the fish room. I'm recording a video, kind of updating everybody on the different stuff I'm doing around here. And one of the things I'm super happy about is my celestial pearl Danios started breeding again. Um, oh, it's now I remember. It was fins and feathers. That's what I was talking about. The swap. It's gonna be going through the month, going through the summer. Even though a lot of the swaps in our area slow down in the summer because I realize I actually have to explain this because not everyone deals with this. So I'm from Chicago, so it's seasonal. So in the winter, our fish season is like good. Like we're making like everybody swaps. There's a swap a week at least. And then during the summer, it kind of slows down because people are going on vacation. They're doing like a bunch of different, like family activities, outside stuff. So they're not really as much involved in the tanks. You don't get as many new people coming into the hobby because, as we know, with the way our hobby's set up now, it revolves around a lot of new people. Um, it revolves bringing in new people to the hobby and in basically, educating them to keep them going. But our hobby doesn't focus on that education part. The way the hobby's built right now, it focuses on just bringing new people in constantly. So when it hits the summer for us in Chicago, our hobby kind of slows down. Um, so we're going into summer right now. It's probably going to slow down. That's why I decided to launch this fish rebuild, because I can kind of like not worry about so much of the stock levels. I can kind of take a hit on the stock levels. I can kind of slow it down for a little while, build up those biomasses of all my plants and fish amounts, and then this busy season I can hit it real hard with nice stock levels, and I'll be able to continue the breeding cycle through the busy season where I'll be selling a lot faster. Right now I can slow down. So hold on, let's see. All right, hold on. I'll do a backflip in a second. Just wait to the end of the stream, and I'll do a backflip. I swear. I promise. I promise. Nice tanks. I'm a fish keeper too. I read that. Cool. I'm working on setting up a community tank for my guppies and mollies. Guppies and mollies are awesome. Well, all right. So I'll be honest. Mollies, I did not get along with off the bat. I had my first tank ever. I had a set of white mollies, some other fish, and those mollies were just mean, man. They bit on everything, like nipped everything in there, and wasn't a big fan of them. But I know a lot of people love mollies. Mollies are cool. Guppies are definitely cool. I got some red dragons that I'm breeding here. I have these blue metal lace, and the females on my blue metal lace, the dorsal fin has like these trailers, and then the anal fin too has these like long trailers. It's really, really an interesting strain. But Morio 4K, how do you take care of a fish? Carefully. There's a lot that goes into it. If I had to sum up taking care of a fish in a few words, it would be comfortability. That's a shout out to LRB. I have comfortability, water clarity, and water volume. So water, like basically how clean your water is, the amount of water you have for your fish, and then the comfortability of your fish, which is a wide variety of like growing plants, and all that stuff. We were trying to get a bunch of FF together, but it's sad times. Yeah, it is. Mr. Primetime. Yeah, Primetime they're interesting. They're actually out in my area. They go to all the swaps that I go to, except for the one that I sell at. He hasn't started selling at the swap that I sell at yet. But Primetime is actually involved in like the Greenwater Aquarium Society and the GCCA, I think, too. I don't go to the GCCA swaps as much, but I'm pretty sure they sell there too. And they're pretty nice people. I'll be honest, I never really watched their lives or their videos as much, which is kind of weird because they're so local to me. I really should. Like, I should contact them and talk to them more because they're super educated. And they're also like, I know she's like a plant person, and that's like my big thing. Like, I am really into plants. Like, if I had to pick plants or fish, I'm not gonna lie, the aquatic plants are really, really the thing that keeps me. I just love seeing green. I got into this thing because I couldn't grow a terrestrial plant to save my life. The terrestrial plants just elude me for some reason. Like, I could do all the things that everyone says, and they just don't grow. So I started growing aquarium plants, and it worked out for me. And then I'm just like, oh my god, I can actually grow plants, and I didn't feel cursed anymore. So I actually leaned into it hardcore. I know this is unrelated, but have you seen sea turtle hatchings? I saw one, not in person. That would actually be really, really cool to see. I um I know I've seen a lot of videos of those, and like I I remember learning about sea turtle hatchings in like documentaries, and like how they're attracted to sound, and so the sounds of the highways could attract them, and they thought it was like the ocean and just different stuff like that. It's really interesting, thinking about, how our effect on the world, can, or how we can affect the world in ways you would never really think of. Like traffic attracts an animal that's used to hearing the ocean. Just, I don't know. Oh, Scotty, I gotcha. Yeah, I had always seen Myrtle in the live chats and everything. I didn't really know him or talk to him or anything. Uh, but yeah, there isn't as many like real hardcore plant people. There's actually a plant society out by me. It's CAPS. It's the Chicago Aquatic Plant Society. They're like really educated. I when I meet them, I feel like they know more, and then I like look at myself and I'm just like, oh, I don't know nearly as much as I think I do. So I don't know. I guess I gotta work on my confidence when I talk to those people. But I actually, oh man, I'll show you guys something I got. I know I posted a picture of it. I keep it in a plastic bag because I love it so much. But I got this. Now for my plant people out there, if you like aquarium plants, this book is awesome. All right. Um, I'm starting like a little bit of a collection of aquarium books and stuff, or plant books, and so that was my newest edition. I think I got that a few weeks ago, or probably about a month ago. Oh man. But Luke Wang, does Luke Wang have a YouTube channel? Because I gotta find more people that are like really into aquarium plants. I'm looking to like expand my collection. So the thing that I'm really into is cryptocorns. Um, yeah, see, Sketty, I think that's a lot like for a lot of people. Um, planted tanks just open this world that you like, I don't know, you never really think of, and then once you start doing it, you're like, oh my god, these things are just amazing. Like, why was I messing with fake decor? And even fake decor can be fun. So I'm not even talking smack about that. But it's just for me, when I was able to create an ecosystem, because like, everything feeds itself or whatever. It just it was another level. It just kind of blew my mind. So yeah, plants is definitely the thing that brought me into silk plants are underrated. Yeah, I remember seeing that in one of those aquarium co-op videos, like early on. But and you don't have to worry about feeding them, right? My local auction got 4 raw wild caught tetras. The spottail, they did not transition well. They're so efficient. Yeah, some of those I was talking about comfortability because someone had asked about like how to take care of a fish. And I would imagine, dude, if I was like just swimming down a river and then someone, like caught me out, I think, and put me in like some random area, that's literally like being abducted by an alien, right? I mean, like I feel like sometimes we are. Hey, Bobby, what's up, man? But Coro, thank you for the shout out. Thank you. Don't forget to smash that like button. But sometimes I think about myself. I'm like, man, we are literally just aliens to these fish. We just like scoop them up, and transport them to these random areas and like simulate an environment that they live in. It's kind of like if you guys watch Rick and Morty, and they have that episode about the simulation. They're like living in there, and they're just like, do you guys really think that this is what our world's like? But we do our best, right? Man, I'm all over the place though. Sorry, guys. And if you vent your fish, that's basically Jesus, Goro. Yeah, right, exactly. Um, yeah, I was gonna make a South Park episode, but I feel like that's a little risque. So I'm gonna avoid the that what I was gonna say there. But yeah, yeah. If you guys know what the satellite in the original South Park episode does, that's a shout out. The probing. But yeah. So I originally started all this. I guess I get back on topic. If anyone wants to see anything, like let me know. But so I reset my fish room because it's the start of slow season for my area because Chicago gets warm and everyone wants to go outside. So basically, restarted my all my tanks, and I have some more to rebuild. I'm doubling down on CPDs, so I'll be trying to mass produce those as much as possible because everybody loves that fish, and it's something that I could breed rather easily. So I'll be doubling down on those. I got to get a hold of some plant lights, affordable. I'm thinking about doing like the Higer aquarium plant lights. The not the I don't think it's the 24/7. I think it's just the full spectrum. I've had some pretty good luck with it. It's this guy right here actually. But I'm gonna go for the longer one so it spans the full rack. I was gonna do shop lights, but I'm not messing with that. I'm just going full on into plant lights because every time Coro, oh wow man, you remember a lot. They are working on it. Every time I live right next to the water plant, and I've been watching it, man. They're doing all this construction, but they're saying it's supposed to be ready by 2025, and I'm no like massive construction guy, but when I'm looking at that, I'm like that is not going to be ready by 2025. I don't know. But like every construction project nowadays for some reason takes like 5 times as long as people originally state that it's going to. So hopefully by 2030 I have some decent water in my area. Um, okay, yeah, a long time out. Yeah. I I like my buddy Bobby, who was in the chat. He does some RO water, and I've been thinking about maybe getting a tank started with some like lower TDS water so I can mess with some different fish because like I really do I wanna breed something else. Like I really am into egg scatterers, so I wanna mess with some like maybe tetras, something, maybe a barb or whatever. And a lot of those different stuff maybe I could actually do in my water. I just haven't tried it because, I have certain stuff that works. But I know if I got a hold of some RO water, I would be able to mess with just a wider array of things. But my water is literally, just to preface this, is literally over 500 TDS, and sometimes it reeks like bleach coming out of the tap. It's just horrible water, and I'm waiting for my city to rebuild our water treatment facility. And since I'm so close, I feel like I'm either going to get a lot of chemicals or I'm going to have like really, really nice, clean RO water, basically right out the tap. I'm hoping. They're building the new plant. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I could, but I know that I'll never keep up with it. That's the only thing. That's why like my buddy can do it for me. He's got like an RO system that's constantly pumping out the water. Um, and I could get it, and then I'd probably just like do that tank and just do water changes like I don't know, just less frequently. Um, but I'm a lazy guy, and I won't keep up with something that's not like efficient. Like my water change system, like I just move a hook. Doot, 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 doot. I don't like anything that's any more than like push to start, moving a hook. I used to do like the buckets and just like a siphon, carrying it and all that stuff, and I made so much of a mess. And my brain can't handle seeing water like on the ground. I think it'll be different like once I actually have a fish room. I won't care as much about making a mess. But since I live in an apartment, I have the I don't know. I think it's like that snap together floor, and I'm like so paranoid about ruining it. because I've heard horror stories. Like I think KG Tropicals, I think even talked about causing like mold on his floor at some point, and that is like my worst nightmare. So I try to keep everything clean. That was actually one of the reasons that inspired building this, was getting everything off the floor so I can make sure that it stays clean. So that's why I'm a little more of like, I've steered away from doing the like the buckets and like bringing in 5 gallon buckets of water or whatever. Plus, it adds another expense, and I like to really keep my expenses down. I try to, all my expenses, I try to be on moving forward, if that makes sense. So, how do I explain this? Like, I try to build a system and then let that system live. And then all the money that I make off things, I try to keep myself pushing forward instead of using that money to maintain. So, I mean, I try to keep my fish food costs low. I try to do, I don't know, everything as efficiently as possible. But who am I? I'm just, talking out my rear end here. Oh, I gotta grab a sip of coffee. But yeah, so I did this because I'm brainstorming just ideas for, preparing for busy season. Um, any of you guys deal with like seasonality in your areas for the fish keeping hobby? Let me know like what you guys do. Shoot an idea in the chat there. But my thing is I think I'm just gonna kind of slow down. On my sales, like I'll advertise in Facebook groups to try to, get a group like a boost of sales, and I'll just kind of shoot out like, hey, selling stuff. Let me know. I'm gonna probably not do that for a while, and I'll probably just keep to like, like I said, I have a few people that reach out to me to buy stuff every now and then. And I will probably focus more on just maybe doing the swap that I do, once a month or once every other month for a little while, and then just really get every tank that I have strapped up with I hope I didn't moon you guys there. I probably did. Set up with this. So I'm starting to use a planted tank substrate. All right, and sand. And so what I've been doing is I've been rejuvenating some of my just sand tanks, because a lot of my sand tanks were set up with like a heavy stocking load that just created a bunch of fish waste. And then once you plant them and they're growing for a while, you kind of deplete all of that build up fish waste. And so what I've been doing is I've been adding planted soil to the sand and just kind of pushing it down, kind of like root tabs in there. And I've noticed a lot of good growth since I've started doing that in the tanks that were kind of slowing down a little bit. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'll be rejuvenating any tanks that just have sand, or if they're a bare bottom tank, what I'll be doing is doing like a base layer of the aqua soil, capping with sand, and then planting the ever-loving bejesus out of every tank I have and letting it just grow. Like, just grow massive amounts of plants, so I'm just ready for next busy season. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Bobby's the guy that's got the the RO water, and he said he would hook me up. And Bobby's my homie, man. He's a good guy. Thanks, man. Thank you. Can't say enough about that guy. He's a good dude. But yeah, exactly. We got that liquid rock water, man. The only way it could be harder is if it was ice. Dad joke. Oh my god. I keep coughing today. It's like the allergies out here, man. It's horrible. But anyways, so I was talking about crypts. Let's talk about my cryptocorn tank earlier. That'll be in the video. I'm amassing a collection of crypts. So if you guys have any suggestions, because this is actually the brainstorming part of this. If you guys have any suggestions for places to get like, unique plants or plants that are not necessarily the stuff you see every day. Hey Bobby, you have a good one, man. Stay safe at work, all right? Um, but if you guys have any suggestions for places you get like those like real good crypts, stuff that's like not the average stuff, I'm just trying to amass like a collection of them. I have probably like 7 different types of crypts right now, and I want as many as I can get a hold of. So shoot me a message if you guys see the comments or if you guys see this later. Comment on a video. Just let me know your favorite plant place to get a hold of plants. You know, I've been to Boost Plant. Didn't have a whole lot. Oh my God, I cannot talk. Didn't have a whole lot of luck with that. Crypt Keeper. Does Crypt Keeper sell plants? Because I remember him from the Garden of Eden streams. He used to be in there all the time, actually. If he does, then I'll definitely reach out to him because I'm a Jesus. See what I'm talking about? Got this like stuff in my throat. It's killing me. Oh, the Justin Wang guy from earlier too. Uh, Luke Wang. Luke Wang. I'm gonna screenshot that real quick. Luke Wang. Boom. And then Crypt Keeper. Best way to get rare crypts. Yeah, see, so I had gotten a cryptocorn nuri tissue culture from Boost Plant, and then I got the pink flamingo tissue culture, which that one I got on sale. So I've made like a rule that I don't buy plants on sale anymore unless I know that the person that's selling them is like, you know, already acclimated or whatever. Because I feel like a lot of places put stuff on sale and then they just sell you like, I don't know, stuff that's not doing too hot. I've kind of had a chip on my shoulder after that. But pink flamingo crypt is just notoriously hard to grow. So I mean, I can't be that angry about it. Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that sketty. Sweet. Thank you very much. At Vast Aquascaping. All right, sweet. So yeah, with the tissue cultures, I had like a tissue culture from the Cryptocorn Nuri, and that one I was really excited about. It was I had looked it up, and like it was a Rosen Maiden, so it had like the crazy patterning on the leaves, and I was really hoping for it. Melted back completely though, killed it. I think that was, if I remember correctly though, that was before I had done a dirted tank, so I was just using root tabs. I bet that if I had thrown it in one of my dirted tanks now, that it probably would have done a lot better. So maybe I'll just give it another shot with like a tissue culture or something. Koshin aquaculture, it's sustainably sourced abuse, mostly less crypts. Well, see, all right. And this is another one, guys. So I was watching someone's video the other day, and they had abuse, and maybe it was like a perspective thing. Like maybe I thought the tank that I was looking at was bigger than it was, and it was actually smaller. But they had abuse that was like big. Like the leaves on it were like, I mean, they were like monster, and it was abuse. I mean, they even said it was abuse. But I mean, it looked like abuse, but the leaves were just gigantic, and I've never seen. Not all abuse. All right, so coral. I didn't realize that because literally every abuse I've ever had has been pretty freaking small. And I mean, the last one I got was from Abuse Plants in here. It's Catherine, and that one's like, dude, delicate, man. The leaves are like, Jesus, like 3 spaghetti noodles thick. Like I don't know. But yeah, no, they are very slow growing. Yeah, the boost is definitely slow growing. My thing, so I have an idea for a product that I want to do, and you know, I mean, I'll just say it because to be honest, if anyone does this, I think it'd be a great idea. But I want to get all of my plants to flower, and then I want to cut the flowers off, and I'd like to preserve them, but from what I've looked into is you need to dry the flowers out, and then that to me kind of like ruins the purpose of it because I was hoping to preserve the flower from each plant and then I could make a collection of it, and then once I have one, then I would sell the other one. But if KJ's fish family. KG water and plants for you. Oh, that's cool. No, I will. I'll look into that too, because I just made contact with a person in my local area that's a wholesaler, that's an importer, I guess. I think he called himself a wholesaler. Um, I still got to reach out to him because I think he will be able to do something also, and also like I'd like to start getting in like larger amounts of plants, because if I start that now, I can get some of these tanks like I was talking about just shoved filled with plants, and if the melt happens during the slow season, I can get that through and get a bunch of these plants transitioned. I don't know. I have a lot of business plans, and I guess if I talk too much about that, my local area, they might catch on to my plans. No, just kidding. If you're looking to get into retail, start importing from farms. Yeah, see, that Jeff, that's the step I'm like really getting into, because I'm like I do everything whole. I do everything homebred, homegrown. Everything I do is like um it's to the point where I just like the only way to make more money is to add more tanks, and I'm gonna very quickly reach the maximum of which I'm willing to deal with on the daily, and also the maximum I can even fit. I have 15 tanks right now in an apartment that's like just over 1,000 square feet. So, and that might not sound that crazy, but I mean it's not gonna. I can't fit much more, and I want more. I want to be able to do more. Jeff, are you doing any immersed tubs? No, see, I don't do the immersed tubs. I don't see. I don't want to sell immersed because like I like the it's the melt aspect of it. Like I know that people have to deal with that, and like for the level, I don't know. It's really hard. Like that part is it's hard, because growing immersed, you grow so much faster and you can grow so much more. Like I was just talking about this in my video, but I have this Crypt spiralis that I got at one of the local swaps, and when I saw it, I mean, it grew really grassy, so I knew it was immersed grown, and I got like a bunch of it, like a chunk for like $20. Insane. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh, dude, I'm done. Like bought it. And dude, I've lost like almost all of it, and it's getting fresh grown, but it's just like it's the most disheartening thing. And like I know if I do that on the level that I'm at locally, I don't think I'll be able to sustain sales, because I think people will just get too burnt on it. I don't know. It's like this it's the level I'm at right now is really, it's like a crux that I feel like I can maintain this probably forever and it'd be okay, but I am addicted to like just more. Like I wanna do more. Like I love this stuff. Like I love having the conversation about sales. I've reached out to a few like local people in the area about growing plants and everything. Like I found a plant store that's looking to do an aquatic plant section, and they need someone to consult with and everything. And since I have like a bunch of knowledge from what I've done, like I'm thinking about even like talking with them and just helping them out, and that would put me in a position to maybe strike up some business deals and do stuff. And it's just like I'm getting to a point where like the education on business is almost maxed out too. Like that part is hard. Like there's so much to the level that I'm getting at, because you can with business there's like I don't know. I've seen a lot of business. It sounds ridiculous, but just like business. No, but I've seen a lot of like a lot of people like on YouTube and whatever like do their fish sales and everything, and I know that to get over this hurdle. Oh no! Oh no! Did I lose you guys? Oh man, come on. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Audio's good, so the video's just messed up. That's weird, man. What the heck happened? Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Man, I was hoping to hit the hour, but if it's frozen, I mean, maybe we just end it off here. But yeah, I mean, Jeff, what you said like wraps it up the best. I mean, like gotta go big or stay a hobbyist. Like, and I'm at that crux where like I'm a hobbyist that could definitely jump that barrier, and I really want to, and I think that's I have a lot of research and I have a lot of education that I have to gain quickly to do, because hesitation doesn't get me. Oh, you know what? All right. I'll try that real quick. Um, no, I even tried to do the like take Wi-Fi off, Wi-Fi on. Yeah, it's just yeah, but yeah, exactly. Like I'm Thomas B. Closed mouths don't get fed. I'm a hungry dude, man. I'm hungry for growth. I want to make this thing more. So, um, but yeah, I'll let you guys go here. Thank you guys for coming by. Thanks for talking with me, brainstorming. If you guys have any ideas, questions, whatever, reach out in the comments. Um, yeah, man. Much love to all of you. And I will see you later.